with after-school conditioning and weight training, and there's been a lot of practices. There's been a lot of days in the weight room and at camps that's got to this point. And, again, really extremely proud of these guys. What a great group of seniors, and the way they've led our football team, but not only our team but our school, and just a great representation with the jerseys on. And like I said, in the school, but also in the community. It's just a great group of kids, and just continued the tradition at Callaway High School. I'm really proud of those boys.
Well, 17 seniors graduating this year, and a lot of them will be playing next year on Saturday somewhere. But you got to be super proud of that, just the overall depth of those young men and those that are following them.
That's right. And in my time at Callaway, I think it's the second largest senior class that we've had. But just a lot of work and dedication went in to that group, and the leadership that they've displayed throughout their career, and how they've embedded great work ethic into the future at Callaway. So really proud, obviously, of this year, but the years before too, of how they practiced, how they came to work each day, and how they developed into young men. And they'll again, it's a really special group, not only on the field but off the field, and they'll be successful at whatever they choose down the road.
Well, they've been a part of a group. They have been the group that's really been successful over the last several years. Just you've been to the quarterfinals 4 times since 2009, so it's nothing new, but it's always different, isn't it, Coach?
It is always different, and the opponents are different, and how we got there. Usually, there's different teams that you play, different emotions, and you're overcome different adversities, from injuries to whatever they may be. And, each team always brings a different attitude and a different personality, but it's always a lot of fun, and just been a special group to work with. And, I got a little one at home, a little boy at home, and I told him, a bunch of them, and I think about a bunch of them. As he grows up, I hope he turns out to be a lot like a lot of them.
Yeah, really, really good kids. Well, as we talk about our seniors and all of the great things that those seniors have been a part of, Coach, let's talk a little bit about next year and what's coming up. And you've really got some great talent coming up for next year and the following years.
Well, right now we have 23 juniors. That's a big class as well. The sophomore class is not as deep. I think there's 12 sophomores, and then there's ballpark 30 freshmen on our team. So, there's a lot of guys that have worked hard, put in a lot of hours, and when we've made those playoff runs in the last several years, they got a lot of extra reps that others might not get. But when you play 2, 3, 4 rounds deep each year, the kids have gotten a lot of reps, and I think that's been part of our success as well.
Well, we're going to talk about that success of years gone by and this year, and what's going to come up for the Callaway Cavaliers. I'm Brandon Brooks with head football coach Pete Wiggins of the Callaway Cavaliers. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back and talk some more Cavalier football.
path. But your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Now back to the Coach's Corner live at Johnny's New York Style Pizza on Eagle 102.3, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at Eagle1023.com.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Brandon Brooks with head football coach Pete Wiggins of the Callaway Cavaliers, and we're here at Johnny's Pizza here on the Parkway across from the mall, and it's just been a great venue for us all throughout the football season this year, and just a great shout-out and thank you to Johnny's Pizza for their sponsorship and their involvement with Callaway Athletics as a whole, much less the football team. Coach, I want to talk a little bit about the senior class this year and those guys going to the quarterfinals and just really having a successful year, 11-2 overall, but just a great group of kids. And a lot of these kids, as I look down the roster, they're highly recruited.
They are, and they've worked hard to get to where they're at now. I mean, if I start going through them, I'm going to miss somebody.
Sure, I understand.
But it's been a class that has dedicated themselves in the weight room and the classroom. They're academically, we're in really good shape as far as the senior class goes, and from a coaching standpoint, of the kids that are interested and have expressed any interest, they're academically, we're all qualified, and so that's a big deal. And again, it makes it a lot easier from a coaching standpoint, but as far as getting kids recruited, because in today's time it's so competitive as far as getting in, getting accepted into universities and into colleges, and there's so many people competing for spots. And number one, you have to have the ability to go somewhere, but and then secondly, you have to have the academics to get there, to be a qualifier and to prove that you're, hey, I got what it takes for somebody to invest time and money in it. So there's a lot that goes into it, and again, these kids have worked hard, and I'm really proud of how they represent our school.
Well, whether it's NCAA Division I or whatever division you want to talk about, it's really, like you said, Coach, it's a tough road to hoe for these young men, and but really excited about what the future holds. Friday night, long way down there. Boy, I mean, it was 4 solid hours, but the crowd, the Callaway family, they just showed up.
I tell you what, it was a crowd, wasn't it?
I
mean, we were on the Florida line, and I mean, we had to have been close to Florida. I know we were from obviously the maps and all, but anyway, we were a long way from Callaway High School, and the crowd that went with us was really special, and obviously the turnout wasn't what we wanted. But, at the end of the day, there's only one team that will win a state championship,
right,
and there's a lot of others disappointed.
Sure.
And at the time, any loss is very disappointing when you put that time and effort that the kids and the coaching staff and the family members have put into something. When you Daddy always calls it skin in the game. When you're vested in something as much as these guys are, it hurts, and but again, I'm really proud of them. I mean, you go to the quarterfinals. There's a lot of other teams that would have liked to have been in our shoes, and again, we played a really good football team. On our end, I don't think we played our best game, but that's neither here nor there at this point. And in the playoffs, and it's just the way it is. When you don't play your best game, you go home.
Right.
And that's a fact of it. And but we ran into a good team. They executed, and we didn't. And so again, you look at the positives, and there's a great deal of them. And there's lots of accomplishments, and there's lots of young men that have developed great character from working their butts off for a long time, and I'm really proud of those boys.
Well, I was talking to a colleague today, Coach, and he's up in Wisconsin. He's 28, 29 years old now, but he said there's one thing about that team and what they'll remember is he went to a state playoff and a lot of different things in his high school career. But he said there's one thing they're going to remember. They're going to look back and they're going to think, what a great time that was. So, again, a lot of folks want to be there, but we were blessed enough to be a part of that, and it's always a joy to be a part of the Callaway family. We're going to take a quick break, come back, talk some more Callaway football. Thanks so much for having us along. I'm Brandon Brooks for head coach Pete Wiggins. We're at Johnny's Pizza hanging out and talking Callaway football. We'll see you in just a minute.
Some combinations were just meant to go together. Chips and salsa. Together, home and auto. As in combining your home and auto insurance with one agent, which leads to another combination, saving dollars and cents. Your State Farm agent is here to help life go right. Combine home and auto and see how much you can save.
Visit your LaGrange State Farm agent, Mabel Smith Sharp, online at letmabelquote.com.
This is Jim Thornton. I would like to thank all the residents of LaGrange for voting to re-elect me as your mayor for a second term. As mayor, I have promoted economic development for our city, and we have used the resources it generates to improve public safety and enhance quality of life amenities. I intend to continue that work in my second term, and I really look forward to the next 4 years in our wonderful city. I'm honored to serve as your mayor. Thank you for the confidence you have placed in me.
LaGrange Banking is growing. We've opened a new location in Columbus, and we've adopted a new name that reflects our community roots with an eye on the future. Welcome to Calumet Bank, offering personal and business banking services with the friendliness of neighbors. We work on your schedule, offering daytime business hours and a complete set of mobile apps. Day or night, we've got you covered. Calumet Bank. Same great services from people you already know. Life is better at Calumet. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hello, folks. My name is Gerald Kemp, owner of Kemp's Dalton West Carpets in Noonan and Peachtree City, and Kemp's Carpets in LaGrange. I purchased this airtime on this station to apologize. Yes, that's right, to apologize to all of you listening. You see, when you come into any one of our 3 stores, you will not find a special can of paint for the bathroom. No washing machines. You see, at Kemp's, we specialize in one thing and one thing only. Floor cover. Kemp's Dalton West Carpets in Noonan, Peachtree City, and Kemp's Carpets in LaGrange, where we do floor covering, and we do it right.
Now back to the Coach's Corner, live at Johnny's New York Style Pizza on Eagle 102.3, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Callaway Coach's Corner. I'm Brandon Brooks with head football coach Pete Wiggins of the Callaway Cavaliers. Finished the season last Friday night against Brooks County in Quitman, Georgia. Boy, I tell you what, 4 hours away, easy as the crow flies. But it was an exciting time. The Callaway family just showed up, and it was just an awesome night. Of course, it didn't end like we would like it to. But, Coach, a lot of people, and I think the general public doesn't understand what it takes to fulfill an endeavor 4 hours away with 120 people, coaches, football players, and that's not the band, that's not the cheerleaders. So everything that goes into it, and I just want you to talk a little bit about the partners in education, those folks that help out sponsoring Callaway athletics and football especially.
Well, and you know, you're hitting on a really good topic here, because there's so many people involved with making it go round, and I got to start off with Sheila Allen. Sheila Allen is she's our athletic secretary, and she is, I've told many people, she's the best coach at Callaway High School. She takes care of so many people, and, you know, every banquet that I go to, everybody always talks so highly of Sheila and what all she does for them, and she's behind the scenes, and she don't want her name called out, but I tell you what, it wouldn't go round without her, and we really appreciate Sheila so much and everything she does for our kids, and she's selfless, and in saying that, I just mean that she gives her time and over and over and over. I mean, I know a lot of it's her job, but still it's a person that cares a whole lot about people and sacrifices a whole lot of time and energy toward a school and a program to make it better. And I got great appreciation for somebody like that. So, again, thank you, Miss Sheila. Miss Cindy Stevens all year has pre- and post-game meals, has made those happen for us, and I really appreciate her and the time that she puts in. And unless you do it, you don't really know. And so I've been doing this long enough to know the time and effort that it takes to pull off stuff. And again, great appreciation for Miss Cindy. I had several people come and help us cook. We did a Thanksgiving meal last Thursday morning at the school after practice. We had a 10 a.m. Thanksgiving dinner, and that tradition began in 1997. I was working with Coach Giddens down at Highland Home, and it was going to be my first Thanksgiving away from home. And Daddy said, "Well, I'll just come down to Highland Home and we'll do Thanksgiving dinner." And he did. And so we were in the semifinals that year, and we fed the team. And over my 20 years of coaching ball, we've been able to do that a lot of times, and real fortunate to win some ball games and be a part of a lot of good people. But Mike Wiggins sure enjoys doing that on Thanksgiving Day. But Jeff Scott came, and he's done this several times on banquet days and on Thanksgiving dinners to help us cook. And he got there really early Thursday morning, and Mr. James Moon was there early. And again, thank you to those guys. And unless you've done those kind of things, it takes a lot of time and preparation to pull that off. Right. And some really good people, and people that care a whole lot about Callaway High School. And again, a great appreciation for those. And Mr. Freeman, he's helped me many times, and he was helping again in the preparation of the cafeteria, and a lot of Callaway moms were there in the serving lines. And Mr. Laney, I appreciate what he has done for our team all year. Again, and I'm probably going to miss somebody, but and I know I am, but just so many people making things happen for us all year that takes a lot of burden off of me, but it's just a great addition to a Friday night football game, and just making the kids something a little bit more special for those young people.
Well, it's something, Coach, that there's so many people involved that if they didn't, and corporate sponsorships and partners in education and bodies and money, all of that makes the incredible memories that we know of is the Callaway success and Callaway family, and we're just so appreciative of that. We're gonna take a quick break, come back for our final spot, but it has been such a joy, Coach. Been around for a couple of years now, and it's always a joy to hang out with you during football season. Looking forward to next. But we're going to take a quick break. I'm Brandon Brooks for head football coach Pete Wiggins of the Callaway Cavaliers. We'll be right back to talk some more Callaway football.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best. And Rob Church have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results, because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
Tara, are you okay?
Yes, I can't believe you found me. I have car trouble, and there you are.
Yeah, that's State Farm's 24/7 access.
It's like we have this mental telepathy, you know?
Well, you did start filing your claim with your mobile device. You can access State Farm on your phone, online, even in person at one of the 18,000 neighborhood
State Farm offices. See? Mental
Anytime, anywhere. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Connect telepathically with Agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and accept in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
Key of LaGrange invites all men to join us in participating in No Shave November. We are going to stop shaving and start raising funds for the American Cancer Society by making a donation for each new car sold. We may not be shaving our beards, but we are shaving prices on new Kias. We also have our Light Up the Holiday sales event going on. You can own a 2017 Kia Rio LX for as low as $13,900. Stop by and see us, beards and all, or visit us online at keyoflagrange.com. Help support your local economy. Prices plus tax, tag, and title. Stock number 67845.
Now back to the Coach's Corner live at Johnny's New York Style Pizza on Eagle 102.3, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Callaway Coach's Corner. I'm Brandon Brooks with head football coach Pete Wiggins, the Callaway Cavaliers, here at Johnny's Pizza, eating good food and talking Callaway football, and it's always a great time. The Callaway Cavaliers went down last Friday to Brooks County, and the state quarterfinals was defeated, and it ended their year. But, boy, what a year it was, 11-2. Just a fantastic year for our Cavaliers. And just talking about those seniors, Coach, they're just a really special group of young men. And as you and I were talking during the break, a lot of those seniors, some of them will play basketball, some of them will go into soccer and baseball and a lot of the different things that go on the remainder of the year. But if those guys aren't involved in something, the juniors and sophomores and freshmen, they got to hit the weight room January 4th, don't they?
Well, we'll be dusting off the racks and the plates pretty soon, and not that they have much dust on them. But anyway, as soon as we give them the month of December to relax a little bit. We don't do a lot of weightlifting in December. But first week of January is when we really get fired up to go again. And again, I want to go back to the seniors. We mentioned those names. And, on the bus, when we got back on the bus after the game, I told the guys, I know they hurt, after the loss. Anytime you got as much time vested and energy and into something, it's going to hurt. And I remember my senior year, we lost 15-14. We were the number one team in the state, and I won't ever forget it, and it still haunts me. But again, just a special group of guys, and Lord, I love them, and they mean so much to me, and I watch them grow up and become young men, and they're going to be great leaders in the community and in their families, and whatever route they choose. So, I'm going to say their names. I'm going to try not to say too much about them because I know our time's limited. But DJ Atkins, last year he had over 2,000 yards rushing, had right at 1,000 this year, and just a great athlete, heck of a ball player, tough guy. He's 155 pounds, and he toted the rock a lot of times for us, and ended up this year. He played as many snaps on defense as he did offense. So, again, really proud of him and his efforts throughout his senior year. DQ Wilkerson, great attitude, and, DQ might have played more snaps than anybody we got. He played offense, defense, and on all the special teams, and always brought a great attitude, and just a great hard-working kid. Kobe Jackson was a corner, one of the best corners we've ever had, and Kobe worked so hard throughout his career, and he didn't say a whole lot. Kobe's kind of quiet,
right.
And always brought little Jack, little Kobe. Always came to film on Sunday, and it's funny what you remember about guys, but Kobe really worked hard and turned out to be one heck of a corner for us. Courtney Williams, receiver, safety, played some corner, and he did really well. A go-to guy for us, and explosive guy, had some big catches for us throughout his career. Tater Bug Ramsey, and we're getting low on time, so I better start rolling. But Tater Bug, his leadership throughout the year, really proud of him, how he developed. Travis Traylor. Travis might be the hardest working kid I've ever coached, and I'll leave it at that. Great kid. LaShawn Terrell, hard working, hard nosed, and a heck of a defensive end for us. Jamie Sellers. Jamie Jamie Sellers, I think he'd go fishing with us any day we wanted to go, Brandon. I know me and you like the outdoors. Jamie Sellers does too. Great kid. Wes Brooks, I know you're pretty fond of him yourself, and just a hard-nosed, gutsy kid that, he catches the ball and works so hard at practice. Really proud of Wes Brooks, and I know you think a whole lot of that young man yourself. But Colton, Colton, talking about Sellers and going fishing, if I had $1 for every time Colton asked me to go fishing, and he's a good kid, great attitude, and come to work every day. Jonathan Leonard led us in tackles. Was our second leading tackler last year. Always smiling, just didn't say a whole lot, but a great kid, and what a good young man. Gabriel Moultrie, old weight room guy, worked hard and had some injuries throughout his senior year and was limited on some time, but great kid. Really proud of Moultrie. Eric Hines came his senior year from LaGrange, and I wish he could have been with us longer, to develop some of his skills. Noah Stevens. Noah had a great career for us. And I don't know his numbers right now, right off the top of my head with PATs, but what a job he did kicking for us this year and kicking off and punting. Had some impressive punts Friday night. Really proud of Noah. Jalen Moss, Big Moss. If I don't know how many wings he's eaten with me over his career, but if I had $1 for every wing that he's eaten with me, it'd be impressive. But Big Moss and LT, Lawrence Thompson. LT's country's cornbread, and tough. He started for us for 3 years at center, and he's always undersized, but he tough as a lighter knot, and I'm going to miss those young men right there. John Curtis, two-way player for us. John is a hard-nosed guy. Always was a really good puller on the power and played defensive end, defensive tackle, just a solid guy. All these kids are. They're great young men. I'm going to miss them. Like I said earlier, I love them, and it's what Callaway football is about. And these guys right here, they're tough, they're smart, and they're what you want with a Callaway jersey on.
Well, absolutely. It's been a phenomenal year, Coach, and it's just been a joy to be a part of the Callaway family again this year, and we look forward to years to come. Just a great year overall, 11-2, state quarterfinals, 17 seniors. Boy, we could go on and on. But it has been a fantastic year for your Callaway Cavaliers, and we look forward to what is going to happen in the years to come. Thank you to all the coaching staff, to all of our sponsors and supporters. Johnny's Pizza has just been an incredible host to us all season long, and we're very appreciative of them for the Callaway family. And from our family to yours. Thanks so much for supporting Callaway Athletics and especially Callaway football. I'm Brandon Brooks for head football coach Pete Wiggins of the Callaway Cavaliers. We'll see you next year, Friday night under the lights. Thanks so much.